Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh gosh, oh golly. Hello, hello. Thank you for clicking on me. My name is Vorlex. Some people call me Lex, which is fine. I welcome that. By day, I teach high school math, and by afternoon, evening, and sometimes night, I am very much a mostly stereotypical, probably, who knows, degenerate gamer. I don't know why my typical intro is leaving my mind today. Maybe I'm excited to try out streaming a new game. Regardless, thank you indeed for clicking on me. It is good to see you today. It is good to see you in this video. I have my typical water with me right here. I encourage you to have some as well. Last Thursday, in my previous stream, I finally finished my run of Pokemon Elite Redux. That was very exciting. I had a great time all throughout that run, and I had a great time last Thursday finishing that. I realized today, on my way home from work, 6 days after finishing that run, that I neglected to finish the Regigigas puzzle. I did not open the Reggie's chambers and catch the 3 Reggies. Absolutely tragic realization to have as I am on my way home from work, excited to stream. But here we are. I said that today I would start streaming something new, and I threw out the idea of streaming Soulframe. And that is indeed what I'd like to try today. I spent a bit of time off stream making a new scene in OBS. Hopefully this winds up working. What you see on screen here is indeed Soulframe, a pre-alpha, that is critical to understand, fantasy RPG by the makers of Warframe. That is the developers Digital Extremes, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, developer that I have ever had the pleasure of playing their games. Typically, I play Soulframe on the highest graphic settings, and it is a gorgeous game by my reckoning. What you see on screen here is medium settings. I toned it down to medium for the sake of frame rate on stream. Soulframe has controller support, which you can see now. I just picked up my controller and I can move around just fine. I can interact with the world in all of the typical ways. Let's pick up my acorns for the day. And I can put my controller down and just go back to mouse and keyboard. Sometimes I play on mouse and keyboard, sometimes I play on controller. Makes no real difference to me. I feel comfortable with both. Both are fine, both are good. I must admit though, I tend, if I'm trying quite hard, like if I'm doing high level stuff and whatnot, I'm probably on mouse and keyboard. I'm more comfortable doing the serious stuff on keyboard mouse. But if I'm just big chillin', trotting throughout the world, then I'm probably on controller. It's a little bit cozier of a time, I must admit. Today, I have no particular goals on stream. Nothing really to accomplish today. I have accomplished darn near everything in Soulframe, aside from leveling up a lot of gear. If you're familiar with Warframe, or indeed Soulframe itself, then you know how that feels. So today I'm just going to do some faction tales, getting some faction reputation, and leveling up this sword and shield. This is the new sword and shield added in the most recent update. This is called Like Wake. It was rough farming this thing at first, but I'm glad to have it now. It's been a good time. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. Let's slay a banneret. Soulframe has currently not received an ESRB rating, but as you've probably already been able to tell, it includes some violence, no profanity to speak of, although as usual folks, I may use some profanity in stream. I tend not to use it much, but I might. And you, if you feel like speaking in chat, you are welcome to do the same. Oh, let's pick up this bunny. Let's charm this bunny. Nice. Perfect. And we get to... Oh, it's stuck in the ground. Adorable. It clipped with the ground a little bit, but hey. We still gave it good scritches. What you see here, the Bounder, having charmed that little bun-bun, this is like the modding experience in Warframe, or the modding features in Warframe, where you pick up mods and put them in your Warframe and your gear. Ah. Come on, let me parry you. Damn. My timing is off. I think what I just noticed is that streaming Soulframe is... It's going to make me better at talking while playing the game. That was easy to do when I was just selecting moves in Pokemon, but actually doing things in real time, responding to enemies and whatnot, is going to be a bit more of a challenge. But that's part of why I'm doing this. I'm here for the experience. What you saw there, where I hit this enemy and he started glowing blue a little bit, that's called a pole smite. There is a chance when you hit an enemy, just like this, that you will dislodge a fragment of their soul. Dang, come on. Let me parry you. Let me look cool. There we go. Thank you very much. And when you notice that you can pole smite, when you notice that you have dislodged a fragment of their soul, you can pole smite to deal a lot of damage and potentially debuff them depending on what totems, this game's version of mods, you have on your weapon, and charge up a small bar that you see in the bottom right. That small bar is called your rune, and your rune lets you do neat things. Oh, come on. I'm making a right fool of myself. In my first Soulframe stream, missing so many hits, and I even missed my rune. Maybe if I tried out keyboard and mouse. Some enemies will do that. They'll just get sick and tired of messing with you. When you deal enough damage to them... Oh, where's my map? There we are. Okay, we gotta go to the east now. They'll get sick and tired of messing with you once you deal enough damage to them, and they will charge up a lightning explosion, which is very exciting. I've been killed by it more than once. Gather Queen's Folly. Okay. Where are these flowers? Are you Queen's Folly? Yes, you are. Let's get another and a third one. Kerchoo. What you see me doing here, very broadly, is pretty much what I've been up to since finishing the what most folks would probably call content in the game. Notably, earlier I said it was absolutely critical to understand that you are looking at a pre-alpha game. This is not even yet in a state where Digital Extremes, the developers, can call it early access on Steam. It's not even an early access game yet. Hello, Duck. Hello, medium graphics Duck. Oh, what a good little quack. Amazing. This is pre-alpha, and indeed a closed pre-alpha, although it's not closed very tightly. You need an access code to get into the game, but the access codes are not difficult to get. I know 3 ways off the top of my head that you can get an access code, maybe 4 if you can convince someone to get you one. But let's do that again. That stampede did go in the previous encounter. Ah! Nice. I know 3 ways off the top of my head to get an access code, and it seems my bit rate is not appreciating what I'm doing here. I don't know why swapping to keyboard and mouse might have done anything. Clearly not. Maybe I can try streaming this in a more normal resolution instead of ultra wide, but maybe that's for later. I'll consider that later. Getting a Soulframe Preludes, what Digital Extremes is calling this pre-alpha stage, a Preludes access code, involves either watching Play Soulframe here on Twitch whenever it is streaming, or, oh gosh, yes, signing up for a Soulframe account on the Soulframe website and just waiting for them to randomly email you a code. That is not what I did. I waited for a very long time and did not get a code that way. But it is possible to get an access code. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm stumbling and rambling.
Good.
Nice.
Let each loss weaken Synod's claim over these lands. Our lands.
I'm on fire. Goodness. Thank you. Huh. Whew. Goodness gracious. Anyway, you can get a Soulframe Preludes access code by signing up on the Soulframe website, soulframe.com, and just waiting for Digital Extremes to email you an access code. Or you can watch Play Soulframe here on Twitch whenever they're streaming. I think it's called Envoy Hour. Every couple weeks, question mark. And if you watch that for a certain length of time, then you'll earn an access code. Or you can do what I did, and you can purchase one through a Founders Pack. Doing that also gives you more access codes that you can hand out to friends or people who might be interested in giving this game a shot. Notably, even though you can purchase access codes via the Founders Packs for this game, you do not have to. In fact, most people... no, I shouldn't say that, because I don't have data for that. I don't have proof for what I could have said there. So let me adjust what I was about to say. A lot of people, I'm comfortable saying it that way, a lot of people have had a lot of fun in Soulframe. Hey Coco, good to see you, welcome back. A lot of people have had great success and a good time in Soulframe without spending a dime on it. Only one of those three options for getting an access code for the game involves actually spending money. The two initial ways that I described, that is, waiting for Digital Extremes to email you one, randomly they send out a batch every week, I think, is what they say on the website, or watching Soulframe's streams here on Twitch, not me, but, Play Soulframe, the account on Twitch, to get an access code as a Twitch drop. Those are completely free. So, Soulframe is free to play. And just like the monetization of Warframe, spending money on the game's previous premium currency, and to get into the game at all, if that is what you chose to do, does not get you any necessary power in the game. It does not let you progress to become stronger than other players. It may or may not let you progress faster, because you can rush crafting, at least right now. They're making updates often, and teasing updates even more often. But the gear that you get access to does not change, regardless of how you get into the game. At the moment, yes, Founders Packs do come with unique gear, unique armor and weapons, and pacts, basically this game's warframes or classes, to equip. But that is only true now. All of the gear that the Founders Packs get you, you will eventually be able to get playing the game free. So yes, this game is entirely free to play, with some optional buy-in, either to get into the game, or once you've tried the game and feel like supporting the developers financially, then getting a Founders Pack. I forget how I started that sentence, and therefore where the sentence was going. This game, streaming this game, is testing my focus. I understand what you mean entirely by that, Coco, but both infuriating and satisfying, absolutely. I tend to have a similar reaction when I see people getting their comeuppance playing pranks. It is good to see you again. How have you been? Something else that I'm noticing here. Maybe it would be a good idea to stream this in a smaller resolution, not in my widescreen. Or maybe I can just dual screen the OBS and Twitch. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Because this way now I can see OBS, so I can see my audio levels, and I can still see chat. Maybe tomorrow I will experiment with streaming on a lower resolution, or in a smaller window. A duck, a duck. Come to me, duck. Oh, we got a free duck. Yes. Precious. What a good bird. Alright, sir. Ooh, yoink. Thank you. Oh, come on. Come on. Dang. My timing is off, too. Probably related to the aforementioned tested focus. Yoink. Thank you, sir. The enemies that you have seen me fighting so far are called the Ode. They are unilaterally either the villains or responsible for the other enemies that you can find in the game. Oh, Coco, I agree completely. I agree completely. Most of the quote-unquote pranks that you see in videos like that are literal crimes. And the people perpetrating the pranks seem to think that saying, hey, it's just a prank, bro, it's just jokes, alleviates them of guilt or responsibility. Unfortunately for them, it does not. Nice. Let's pick this up. Yoink. Not that I needed more of it, but I saw it. The Ode have invaded this world called Alka. And this particular continent, what you see here, the continent of Midrath, in the world of Alka, they have invaded this world to take its resources. Who the thunk, right? That never happens. It's so rare. Oh, love it. To that end, or to the end of taking this world's resources, they have employed some terrible, some very frightening technology or magic. It's not super clear yet, or maybe it is and I've just missed it, called the Spell Song. And the Odin Spell Song convinces people, like, it's not mind control, it's like suggestion or changes their common sense in a way to convince them that the Ode are the rightful owners of this land and they ought to be served. So a lot of the other human NPCs that you'll find out in the world are working for the Ode seemingly willingly, and they'll even call the Ode for help if they see you. because you, the player character, are currently unaffected by the spell song. I think it's been implied that you were affected by it in the past. But again, I'm just one guy. This is just one guy's interpretation. I might actually be incorrect on that. I might have missed something, or I might be misinterpreting. But the player character definitely seems to have some kind of history with the Ode. But you are very much currently fighting them. The Ode employ all sorts of machinery like this cannon that I'm about to destroy to conquer the world of Alka and the continent of Midrath. Ah! And to take the resources and broadly corrupt the world. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. Oh, maybe I did. I didn't know that that could stun these. Yes. I see the button. Oh no, the button's gone. Ah! There was a button to interact with the cannon. Come on now. To sabotage it. But I tend not to do that just for funsies. Come on now. Okay. There it is. Just for funsies. Hello, little bird. Have some dirt.
Another mission?
Another mission? Yes, please. Synods find us. Yeah, let's do that one. Synod here. S-Y-N-O-D. Synod, I believe, has been stated to be the leader of the Ode, or at least the leader of what the game is calling the Sinecure. The Sinecure is the order of fighters and knights and officers that you have seen me fighting so far. So the Ode is the entire faction. The Sinecure is the knights that you've seen me fighting. What a rare bunny. Adorable. Elsewhere in the world, like you might have seen on the map, these areas, these are areas that have been utterly corrupted by ichor, this oozing, viscous substance that the Odin used to that the Ode used to pollute the world, and to make it more breathable, more hospitable for them. And indeed, I said breathable there because these structures that you see on the map, these are called organs. Not organ as in the organs that are in you and me, although sort of, to be honest. It's described as having arteries, but it's more related to music. The person at the top, the Ode at the top of the organ, is playing music on its control panel, which I find fascinating, and they're called the conductor, and that's wild. These things pump polluted air out to make the world more breathable for the Ode. Oh, absolutely, Coco. I agree completely. Another rare animal. The 5 flowers, or the number of flowers that you see around the animal when you start charming it here, tells you its rarity. 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. Common, uncommon, rare. We've got a rare squirrel. Yes, Coco, I agree entirely. That kind of prank video, doing something literally illegal for the lulz, is... The word that comes to mind for me is misguided. No, come on. There we go. Oh, come on, just let me hit the... Whatever. Misguided, I think, for something like that. I didn't mean to throw my weapon there. I meant to do normal heavy attack. Misguided because if I try to put myself in their shoes just a little bit, if I try to understand why someone seeks out that kind of attention, it's because getting that kind of attention is at least in some way incentivized. They get views, clicks, attention, right? And broadly speaking, that tends to come with recognition, personal recognition, brand recognition. They might attract sponsors depending on the kind of quote-unquote pranks they're doing. They're incentivized in the current state of the internet and the kind of behavior and economy that the internet encourages, or incentivizes at least. It may or may not consciously or purposefully push the encouragement towards you, but it does incentivize, certainly, getting that kind of attention. Oh, come on. I broadly have a more chill time. Can you hear? Hold on, I'm gonna stop speaking a little. Yeah, you can hear my controller buttons. Oh, check this out. These people, look. Normal people. Not owed, just humans. You can't harm them. And they don't fight you per se, but they're working for the ode because the spell song has them believing that it's just the right thing to do. The ode deserve their servitude. Just an example of what I was talking about earlier with the spell song. Hello, sir. Where are these creatures? These little lumps? Did I do it already? Yes, I did. Okay. Where was I? Ah, yes. As much as I agree with you that that kind of attention, that kind of video, that kind of content is a bad idea, ultimately, when I think about it in the context of what I understand the internet tends to do to people, I ultimately decide, or I feel that it is more misguided I agree with that as well, Coco. Is this okay to do outside the concept of a prank? That's a fair question to ask. That's a fair question to ask. One that people in general could probably do with asking themselves more. Is this an okay thing to do outside of it being for the lulz or for the content? I feel like I am having so many thoughts that get that I have to put on hold because I'm focusing on the game or trying to divide my focus between game and OBS and chat and controller, and I just wind up rambling. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying and I'm having a good time doing it. I suppose I knew what I was getting into, or at least I could predict what I was getting into by picking up my controller for this. Slay the corrupted creatures. Didn't I just do that? Oh, we got a free deer. Come here, little dude. What are those sparkles doing there? Is that part of the lighting, or is that because I'm on medium graphics for the frame rate? Likely the latter, if I had to guess. Phew. One more step. Yep. Now we take out another banneret. The gameplay loop that you're seeing right now... Oh, tiny duck. A free squirrel. The gameplay loop that you're seeing right now is broadly what the game encourages after you've done the content. And by the content, I mean... Nope. I mean finding all the locations, filling out the map, meeting all the people, doing all the fables. Fables is what this game calls its main quests. So these are the big main quests of the game right now. This is where the content, quote-unquote, could be argued to be. And once you've done all of that, you have faction reputation, charming animals, fighting the ode, a beaver. Get over here, little dude. And leveling up gear. Oh yes, beaver scritches. Oh yeah. Good little guy. The ally. How fun. Is there supposed to be a banneret here? None of these guys are bannerets. Yeah, I hear you. Where are you, though? Let's free these animals while we're at it. As you can see, as you maybe have been able to tell from my descriptions of Soulframe, this game has heavy conservation themes. You're freeing animals, restoring the natural world in general, fighting off supernatural invaders that seek to use your homeland for its resources, and nothing else. Just bleed it dry and then leave and do it again to a new world. this also comes very beautifully packaged in a gorgeous game with, in my opinion, a lovely feel for its combat. Awesome dialogue, great storytelling, I think. Yes, I find it... I mean, this is just my taste in reading and in literature in general. The dialogue in this game tends to sound poetic to me. And for me, with the dialogue that I tend to have and the way I tend to think and what I tend to read, makes some of the more poetic parts tough for me personally to understand. That's not me saying that you will feel the same way. Your mileage may vary. Even though I find it hard to understand sometimes, I still think it is appropriate in the context of the setting. It's beautifully fantastical. And the poetic dialogue
You're a fine killer.
adds to that, I think. Oh, let's do this. Purge the Vatigar Bear, absolutely. I'm glad that I'm getting to do this one on stream, getting to show y'all the Vatigar Bear. I will say, spoilers. That's a phenomenal point to bring up as well, Coco. Especially regarding those, the aforementioned pranks videos and whatnot. Messing with the stranger is not advised. Pranking a stranger is bold. And especially if you're doing the kind of pranks that we're talking about where they're literally illegal. Or at best questionable. No. Absolutely not. They could have a concealed carry. They might be having a bad day. They could react violently. I am not interested in that in the slightest. I would much rather give a good morning or good afternoon or hi and go on my way. Whether they appreciate that or not, it's what I feel like doing, right? I'm not trying to mess with someone's day like that. Oh, come on, man. The Vatigar Bear is going to be tough with this sword and shield, but I do have my secondary weapon. That's a little stronger and will probably be more useful against the bear. Let's pick this up to continue the faction tale here. You see me sometimes dodging or rolling to pick up materials off the ground, to pick a plant or something. Because if you time it right, it skips the pickup animation. Let me show you. Mads, hello. Good afternoon to you as well. How am I liking Soulframe? I am loving Soulframe. I've grinded quite a bit in this game, and I have loved every second of it. Yes, this game is in a pre-alpha stage, so there is not, I admit, yes, there is not much to do, but what there is to do, I find extremely compelling, and the gameplay loop after you've done all of that, I still find compelling, if repetitive. So yes, if you if you roll and you time picking up a plant just right, you skip the animation that I just did there. Soulframe, whether you appreciate or don't appreciate the description that I just gave, whoa, Soulframe is free to play. Okay, this is going to be rough. Okay. Our way through the fight. That's right. Ah! I should use mouse and keyboard for this. Ah! Okay, let's... There we go. Let's see what I can do with the sword and shield now. Darn near nothing. Okay. Yeah, the sword and shield is not fully leveled, so its damage is lacking. But I'm trying to level it up. Let's swap back to the sidearm. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Nope. Maybe I shouldn't have... Nope. Maybe I shouldn't have tried fighting this guy wearing my leveling stuff. Come on. Shoot. Where'd you go? Give me that overhead. Yoink. Fantastic. Almost. Oh! Oh, I'm out of health potions. Oh, I got him. Dang it. So close. So close. So when you die in Soulframe, I suppose this is still useful to show. When you die in Soulframe, you get to guide your little sparrow, your little bird, I think it's called your spirit guide, back to your body. And if you reach your body in time, you resurrect. One hit away. Ugh. And it fades into the ground. Notably, again, folks, this is on medium graphics. I typically play on high graphics, the highest that the game can support. But when I noticed, when I was about to start stream today, that doing that meant that my frame rate on stream suffered. So I turned down my graphics a little bit for the sake of frame rate. Oh, 100% Coco. Absolutely. I think I've seen clips of content like that, quote-unquote pranking someone by complimenting them. Complimenting strangers on the street. Oh, y'all hear that? I hope that you, dear viewer, dear listener, appreciate some gentle rain sounds in the background. I know I sure do. I tend to think, or I tend to find, that content more humorous, like the prank is complimenting a stranger, right? Quote unquote prank, whatever. I tend to find that more humorous, but I also don't see the parts where someone goes, "Hey, stop. I don't appreciate you complimenting me wholesomely." And people have every right to do that. People have every right to respond in whatever way they feel comfortable. And if that means getting annoyed because some stranger took up your time by complimenting you, then hey, it's their prerogative. It's unfortunate, I think. I think that's fair to say. It's unfortunate that they feel that way, but they have every right to feel that way. And it's fine, and we move on. There's one more. Ah, there you are. Nice. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is an organ. You see it spewing this ichor and this black smoke out into the world. Disgusting, disgusting thing. And the purpose of this is to adapt the world to suit these these aliens that have invaded it. Making the world more hospitable and breathable to them, while choking out the life of the life that already exists here. Maybe you can tell, well, maybe not, but I'll say it explicitly. I love the themes of conservation in this game. And saving and charming the little creatures that are out and about, it's just excellent. Oh, see, let's get this squirrel. Let's get this squirrel. Let's see if I can get the adorable cutscene. Got it. Come here, little squirrel. Hey there, little guy. Scritchies. Little head pat. How cute. So cute. And then there's these heckin' things. Earlier I mentioned pacts being this game's what amounts to a class. But if you're familiar with Warframe, they're analogous to the equipable Warframes in Warframe. Your pact is what you equip on your right arm. You see, my arms are armored differently. My right arm is my current pact called Garen Rude. And my left arm is armored like, that's just the armor that I'm wearing. Other pacts, or different pacts, do different things, and they suit different class fantasies. What I have equipped right now, my current loadout, is my paladin aesthetic. Let's take care of this guy first. Get out of here. Now let's see what we can do about this boss. Yes. Oh. Ah! Archer. No thank you, sir. I said no thank you. Nope. Perfect. Great finish to that encounter. Let's open up this chest. We've gotten a few levels on this sword and shield, and we're at 55 minutes. This looks like a great time to wind down. Let's let this play. Oh, precious. We've done a couple faction tales, meaning we got some more faction reputation. We've gotten several levels on the new sword and shield here, like Wake. I've had a good time being tested. I wonder how I sounded back when I first started streaming, roughly a year and a half ago, and I streamed a Warframe. I can't imagine Warframe tested my focus less than Soulframe is. I feel like my focus has been pulled in so many directions in this stream. Trying to relearn the controller controls, because I have a more chill time on controller, but I have more fine control on keyboard and mouse, and I can do more comfortably do higher level content with keyboard and mouse as a result. And keeping up with chat and playing the game in general and describing what's going through my mind and describing what you see on screen, because I can't assume that anyone watching this is familiar with Soulframe, right? I feel like this is developing very important skills for streaming. I've noticed that today, and I'm excited to keep going. I do think I'm going to stream Soulframe again tomorrow. I'm going to do this more. Let's bring up the map, go over here. Shoop. 100% Coco, absolutely. I think that goes back to the quote-unquote prank videos that are literally illegal, or maybe at worst illegal, at best questionable, and either way harmful to the people being pranked, right? The strangers being pranked. It's not... It is easy to just see the lulls. It is easy to see the content. It is easy to look past the idea that these people could legitimately be getting hurt, physically, mentally, what have you. And encouraging a stranger in that particular... Like, that doesn't even sound like a prank. That doesn't even sound like a prank. That's just encouraging someone to do something unsafe. Like, what's the value in that? I don't know. Maybe it's not my place to judge. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I haven't been asked or expected to make content like that. I am very lucky in the content that I get to make. I get to stream what I want, stream when I want. I am, I am beholden only to my own whims, if you will. I am lucky there. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I definitely do not like the idea of encouraging someone to do something unsafe for the sake of a quote-unquote prank video. I just don't find that amusing. We are seconds away from my 1 hour mark. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me in my first foray into streaming Soulframe. I definitely want to do this more. I had a good time today. I have a phenomenal time playing Soulframe. I've had a good time streaming, and I was excited today to combine the two. I do have stuff to learn about streaming in ultra wide. Tomorrow I'm going to stream in windowed and see what that does for frame rate and my attention span. While that does make more sense for the stranger's point of view, Coco, it doesn't change how I feel about the quote-unquote prank, tragically. Coco, it was good to see you today. Thank you for chatting with me. Mads, it was also good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for asking about my thoughts on Soulframe as well. I will stream tomorrow more Soulframe, a little bit different in format. See what feels good. See what I prefer. Maybe I'll use keyboard and mouse more tomorrow so I make less of a fool of myself. Good to see you all today. Have a good one. See you in the next one.